The potatoes you love might be wrecking your nerves. You wake up in the middle of the night, leg locked in pain. A cramp so sharp it takes your breath away. Or maybe it's the numbness your feet feel wrapped in cotton, dead to the touch. You try to walk, but something feels off. Heavy legs, pins and needles, a burning that won't stop. If you're over 60, these symptoms might not just be age. They could be your diet. And one of the biggest culprits, potatoes. Yes, potatoes. Mashed, baked, fried, it doesn't matter. This American dinner staple might be doing serious damage behind the scenes. For seniors, potatoes can quietly trigger or worsen neuropath nerve damage that starts with tingling and ends with lost mobility. Why? Because potatoes are packed with starch, which turns into sugar fast. That sugar spike fuels nerve inflammation, making pain and numbness worse over time. But it doesn't stop there. Potatoes also contain glycoalkaloids or toxins that mess with your nervous system. These compounds interfere with how your brain talks to your muscles. They dull your reflexes, weaken your legs, and make it harder to stay balanced. If you've been stumbling more or waking up with burning feet, potatoes may be part of the reason. You won't hear this warning often. Potatoes are everywhere in our fries, our stews, our comfort food. But if you're dealing with nerve pain, it's time to take this seriously. The longer you wait, the worse the damage gets. Cutting back on potatoes could be one of the simplest, most powerful steps you take to feel better, move better, and take back control of your body. Now let's talk about another vegetable hiding in plain sight you probably have in your fridge right now. 1. Potatoes are fueling your nerve pain. It starts with a dull ache in your legs. Then one night, you wake up to a stabbing cramp in your calf that nearly knocks you out of bed. Or maybe it's your feet that feel numb, like they're wrapped in thick socks you can't take off. You try to wiggle your toes. Nothing. Or worse, you feel burning, like someone lit a match under your skin. These are not random aches. These are warning signs. And if you're over 60, one of the foods you've trusted your whole life could be making things worse. Potatoes. They're everywhere. Mashed at Thanksgiving, fried at diners, baked with dinner, and bagged as chips in every pantry. Potatoes feel harmless, comforting, even. But for older adults, they can silently trigger a slow, painful breakdown of your nervous system. That's because potatoes are extremely high in starch, which your body quickly turns into sugar. That sugar spike inflames your nerves. Over time, inflammation wears down the protective lining around your nerves, making them misfire, go numb, or scream in pain without reason. But sugar isn't the only issue. Potatoes also contain glycoalkaloids, a natural toxin found in all parts of the plant. These compounds interfere with how your nerves send messages. That means your brain may tell your foot to move, but the signal gets scrambled or never arrives. This can cause your legs to feel weak or disconnected, like they're not part of your body anymore. If you've found yourself stumbling more often or losing balance, this might be why. Even more dangerous, glycoalkaloids can disrupt the connection between nerves and muscles. That's what leads to those brutal nighttime leg cramps that feel like your muscle is twisting into a knot and won't let go. The pain can last minutes, and the soreness can linger for days. And every cramp, every spasm, is a sign that your nerves are struggling to function properly. Most people don't think twice about potatoes. But if you're dealing with numb feet, leg pain, or constant cramping, this everyday vegetable could be at the root of it. The damage doesn't come all at once. It builds slowly, plate by plate, meal by meal, until one day you realize you can't walk the way you used to, or feel the floor under your feet. This isn't about cutting out every food you love. It's about recognizing which ones are hurting you and choosing better. Potatoes may seem innocent, but for aging nerves, they can be poison. If you want to reduce pain, protect your balance, and regain control of your body, start by cutting back or cutting them out completely. Your nerves need a break. Give them a chance to heal. But potatoes aren't the only everyday food working against your nervous. Another kitchen staple could be fueling the fire even more. 2. Tomatoes are not as safe as you think. You feel a strange burning in your feet. Not heat, something deeper. It's like your nerves are short-circuiting. Some days it's tingling. Other times, it's as if your feet are wrapped in ice. and no blanket can warm them. Walking feels unsteady. Your balance is off. These symptoms don't just come from aging. One common food could be quietly making it worse: tomatoes. Tomatoes show up everywhere in pasta sauce, soups, salads, sandwiches, and condiments. We're told they're healthy, full of antioxidants, good for the heart. But for seniors dealing with nerve pain, numbness, or leg cramps, tomatoes may be part of the problem, not the solution. The trouble comes from a toxin called solanine, naturally found in nightshade vegetables like tomatoes. In small amounts, solanine might not do much harm, but eaten regularly day after day it builds up. For older adults, whose nerves are already more fragile, solanine can trigger inflammation, disrupt nerve signaling, and increase pain sensitivity. That's why you might feel worse after a big plate of spaghetti or a bowl of tomato soup. But that's not all. Tomatoes are highly acidic. For people with already compromised circulation or inflamed nerves, this added acid load makes symptoms worse. Think of it like pouring lemon juice on acute that irritates already damaged tissue. That's how acid affects inflamed nerves. It can lead to more tingling, more burning, more loss of feeling. If you've noticed your legs feel heavy, your feet colder than usual, or like your shoes are filled with sand, it could be your nerves struggling to function. And if you eat tomatoes regularly, your body might be fighting a constant internal irritation. What feels like a harmless salad or a healthy sauce may be stirring up inflammation from the inside out. And let's be real, most people aren't eating just a fresh tomato once a week. They're getting tomato-based products daily. Ketchup on burgers, marinara on pasta, salsa with chips, canned tomato soup. These foods don't feel processed, but the repetitive intake adds up, especially when your body's ability to detox and repair slows with age. The result: more nerve irritation, more restless legs at night, that hot needle sensation when you try to relax, the growing fear that your balance might give out on the stairs, the quiet frustration of not being able to trust your own legs anymore. You don't have to be afraid of food, but you do have to be aware. If you're dealing with nerve pain, cutting back on tomatoes might give your body the space it needs to heal. This one simple change can reduce inflammation, ease foot discomfort, and help restore feeling and function. Don't ignore what your body's telling you. Remove the triggers, give your nerves a chance to recover, and start feeling steady again. Now, let's turn to a vegetable that adds color to your meals, but may be quietly adding pain to your legs: peppers. 3. Peppers could be behind your nighttime leg pain. You bolt upright in bed, your calf locked in a cramp so sharp it takes your breath away. You try to stand, stretch, walk it off, but your leg won't cooperate. The pain tightens like a vice. It's not the first time, and it's not just at night. Lately, your muscles feel tight all the time. Your feet cramp during walks. Your legs tingle or feel numb when you sit too long. Something isn't right. And believe it or not, those colorful peppers on your plate might be playing a big role in this pain. Peppers, whether sweet bell peppers or spicy chili varieties, are seen as healthy. They're bright, full of flavor, and often praised for being packed with vitamins. But for aging bodies, they can quietly cause serious trouble. Many people don't know that peppers are part of the nightshade family, and like tomatoes and eggplants, they contain a compound called solanine, a natural toxin that can irritate your nervous system and increase inflammation in your muscles and joints. That's not all. Peppers are also high in oxalates, a compound that binds to calcium and makes it harder for your body to absorb. As we age, we already struggle to keep enough calcium and magnesium minerals that are essential for proper muscle and nerve function. When oxalates block these minerals, your muscles can't relax. That's what leads to those awful cramps, the ones that wake you from a deep sleep, the ones that feel like your muscle is twisting in on itself and won't let go. If you've noticed more muscle tension lately, or if your legs feel like they're always on edge, tight, twitching, or heavy, your diet might be silently setting you up for pain. Many older adults blame stress, circulation, or aging itself. But what you're eating could be making it worse day after day. That sweet red pepper in your salad, that stuffed pepper at dinner, that bit of hot sauce you add for flavor. These small bites add up, and the effects go beyond cramps. When your nerves are irritated and your muscles deprived of minerals, your balance starts to suffer. You feel shaky on your feet. You move slower. You hesitate on stairs or curbs. That's how injuries happen. Quiet nerve disruption, one step at a time. If you're dealing with restless legs, cramps, numbness, or painful tightness, it's time to pay attention. Peppers might not be the innocent health food you thought they were, especially if you eat them often. Cutting them out even temporarily could bring real relief. You can always reintroduce foods later, but right now, your body needs a break. Your nerves need to breathe. Stop the pain before it gets worse. Reclaim your nights. Reclaim your legs. And if you think the danger ends there, think again. There's one more nightshade hiding in your meals that's just as risky. 4. Eggplant is quietly attacking your nerves. You stand up and your legs feel like lead. Heavy, sluggish, almost numb. Sometimes your feet tingle like they've fallen asleep and won't fully wake up. Other times it's a burning sensation, deep and uncomfortable. You might feel a little off balance or weak when walking. These aren't just aging aches. They could be signs of something worse, nerve damage. And one vegetable hiding in your meals could be quietly feeding the problem: eggplant. Eggplant looks harmless. It's soft when cooked, low in calories, and often labeled heart-healthy. It shows up in popular dishes like eggplant parmesan or grilled in veggie medleys. But for older adults, especially those already dealing with nerve discomfort, eggplant could be making things worse. Here's why. Like tomatoes and peppers, eggplant belongs to the nightshade family and contains a toxic compound called solanine. Solanine is a natural chemical plants use to protect themselves, but in the human body, it can interfere with nerve signals, irritate tissues, and spark inflammation. The result: more nerve misfires, more pain, more numbness. If you've been dealing with persistent burning feet, tingling toes, or shooting pains in your legs, solanine might be fueling the fire. Eggplant also carries other neurotoxic compounds that can reduce blood flow and slow down how nerves and muscles communicate. That lack of healthy circulation is dangerous. It starves your limbs of oxygen and nutrients, which only makes pain worse. Over time, poor blood flow increases your risk of ulcers, infections, and long-lasting tissue damage, especially in the feet. There's another hidden danger. Eggplant may interfere with iron absorption. Many seniors already struggle with low iron levels, which are essential for energy, muscle strength, and mental clarity. When iron levels drop even more, you start to feel drained, dizzy, or unstable when walking. Weak legs, slower reactions, and fatigue creep in sometimes without you even noticing, until it becomes hard to keep up with. Daily routines. If you're noticing more balance problems, if your feet seem colder or number than they used to, or if you've been waking up with a strange deadness in your limbs, it's time to look at what you're eating. Eggplant might not be the sole cause, but it could be pushing your body further into pain and dysfunction, one serving at a time. Don't let a so-called healthy food rob you of your comfort and confidence. If your nerves are already struggling, they need relief, not more irritation. Cutting back or completely removing eggplant from your meals may help reduce nerve stress, improve blood flow, and bring back strength and feeling in your legs. Your body is trying to warn you. Listen, act, reclaim control before the damage becomes permanent. But what if the threat doesn't come from a nightshade at all? What if it's hiding in something you've always believed was the healthiest choice: spinach? 5. Spinach might be causing your stiff, painful legs. Your leg tightens without warning. It's the third cramp tonight. You sit up, trying to massage the knot out of your calf, but the pain won't let go. Other nights, you wake up to a different sensation: stiff legs that won't move. Those that feel frozen or numb, like they aren't even part of your body. You've always eaten healthy. You try to stay active. So why does your body feel like it's turning against you? One surprising answer might be the spinach sitting in your fridge. Spinach is seen as a superfood in American diets. It's praised on cooking shows, added to smoothies, and served at nearly every salad bar. Doctors recommend it for its vitamins, and people eat it thinking they're doing something good for their health. But for older adults experiencing nerve pain, cramps, and stiffness, spinach may be doing more harm than good. The problem lies in oxalates, natural compounds that are very high in spinach. Oxalates bind to calcium in your body and stop it from being absorbed. And calcium isn't just for bones. It's critical for how your nerves communicate and how your muscles contract and relax. When oxalates block this process, your muscles can spasm without warning, and your nerves can misfire, sending the wrong signals or none at all. That's what leads to those deep, stubborn cramps that wake you from sleep, or the weird stiffness that makes it hard to stand up after sitting too long, or the dull, heavy feeling in your legs like they're filled with wet cement. Oxalates can also build up in tissues over time, forming tiny, sharp crystals that irritate joints, muscles, and nerves, especially in people with slower metabolism or weaker kidney function. If your feet are often cold, tingly, or lose sensation when you sit or lie down, poor circulation might be part of the issue, but what you're eating could be silently making it worse. Spinach doesn't feel dangerous. It's light, green, and part of every healthy diet plan. But for seniors, the hidden load of oxalates can quietly destroy nerve health and worsen circulation, leading to long-term damage. It's even more concerning if you're already dealing with other conditions like diabetes, arthritis, or neuropathy. Inflammation from those conditions, combined with poor mineral absorption from spinach, can push your body into a spiral of chronic pain, stiffness, and nerve breakdown. What feels like a minor annoyance to a cramp, a tingle, a little numbness could grow into a constant, disabling condition if ignored. If your legs are stiff, your feet are going numb, or cramps are stealing your sleep, it's time to rethink spinach. You don't need to fear every leafy green, but cutting back on spinach and switching to low oxalate alternatives like bok choy or romaine lettuce could bring real relief. Your body needs minerals, not obstacles. Removing spinach might be the step that gives you back your energy, comfort, and control. Don't wait for the damage to pile up. Take back your movement, tone smart choice at a time. When even your healthy greens can make your pain worse, it's time to step back and look at the bigger picture and take action before it's too late. Your diet might be slowly taking your legs away. You feel it when you stand, your legs feel weak, unstable, or maybe it hits you in bed. A sharp cramp yanks you from sleep, and you lie there breathless, waiting for the pain to pass. Your feet go numb while you watch TV. Your balance feels off when you walk across the room. These aren't just signs of getting older. They're warnings your nerves are in trouble. And the worst part? The foods causing it are often right on your plate. Potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, spinach. These vegetables sound healthy, even wholesome. But for aging bodies, they may be doing real harm. Each one contains natural compounds that can block calcium, inflame nerves, or reduce blood flow. Glycoalkaloids, solanine, oxalotesnams you've probably never heard of are quietly wearing down your nerve health. From the inside out, the symptoms show up slowly. A little more tingling, a little less feeling, a cramp here, a stumble there. But over time, they build into something much harder to reverse: chronic nerve pain, burning feet, loss of sensation, even falls. You don't have to live like this. You can fight back, starting with what's on your plate. Cutting out these trigger foods and by one can reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and help your body repair what's been damaged. You might start sleeping through the night again. Walk without fear. Feel your feet again. Your health isn't gone, but it's asking for your help. Listen, make the change now before the numbness becomes permanent. Your body remembers how to feel good. You just have to give it a chance.